My name is Ninad Pimparkar. Now I don't know what you would say about that, but I have this strong feeling that my kids will be bullied at school because of our family name, Pimparkar. Just look at the first 4 letters, P-I-M-P. When I was in college, they used to call me Pimp Daddy. But instead of taking offense at their friendly banter, I would just tell them, if you have a problem, don't worry buddy. If you have a problem, don't worry buddy. To fix it all up, here comes Pimp Daddy. I thought Pimp Daddy was so cool that my first email address was pimpdaddy@yahoo.com until my daddy found out. The ability to laugh at yourself is a sign of optimistic personality. It improves your resilience and mental toughness. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, when my wife teases me about my most precious possession, you know what I say? I tell her I may not have a 6-pack, but I have a Costco-sized family pack. It protects my rock-hard abs. When she teases me about my huge nose, I just say, it's functionally superior. A weakness transforms into your strength if you find it in your heart to make fun of it yourself. Once you learn to laugh at your own weakness, the whole world cannot scare you with anything. I wish I knew this when I was in grade school, when all those kids were picking on me for my double vision. I wish I could just say that my eyes can see in 2 different directions at the same time, so my eyes are functionally superior. But it's not easy to laugh at yourself at that age, and I reacted. I reacted in anger and I reacted in hatred. Little did I know that all that anger and hatred was my karma. I sent it out in the world, it did its rounds, and vrook, 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 like a karmic boomerang, it came back and hit me later in my life. Intense fear of speaking in public, an inferiority complex, and 2 years of deep depression were the direct results of my anger and my hatred. I wish I knew that I was behaving like this bottle of Coke. Could I stop people from bullying me? No. Could I stop them from calling me names? No. And you know what I did? I foamed up. I reacted. Now I want you to take a moment to think about your life and people in your life. Could you stop people from conspiring against you, talking you down, politicking? No. And yet we foam up, we react. Now I want you to compare that with this water bottle. Life may be doing this to you, but you have a chance and choice to be cool, calm and composed, just like this water bottle. My mother is heavily diabetic, but when I tell her to eat right and exercise, you know what she says? We have a lot of mosquitoes back home in India. So she says, I attract all those mosquitoes with my sweet blood, so you all are protected. Sadly, just last month, she lost most of her hearing because of diabetes. It happened so suddenly. But instead of complaining, you know what she says? Now your father can snore all night long. Right at the heels of losing her hearing, we lost her father, my grandpa. But you know what she says? I know I'm like an old tree now, and just like an old tree, I'm going to lose all my branches, one branch at a time, until the whole tree doesn't exist anymore. My mother taught me this. If you want to be resilient, learn to laugh at yourself. If you want to be mentally tough, laugh at yourself. If you want to convert your weakness into your strength, laugh at yourself. If you want to be joyful, laugh at yourself. I suffered the consequences of all my anger and hatred because I took myself way too seriously. And PIMP or not, other kids will find some excuse to bully my kids and laugh at them. But you know how Pimp Daddy is going to fix it all up? I am going to tell them. Peter Parker was Spider-Man. Peter Parker is still Spider-Man. But by learning to laugh at yourself, you, my kids, Pimparkar can be Laughter Man. Laugh at yourself. Mr. Toastmaster.